Today, a little boy called Nikola is with us. For many years, he's had a diopter problem which hasn't been solved adequately. It's very high nearsightedness, which has only partially been solved with glasses, and a high degree of amblyopia has still remained. Today, we're going to perform a laser procedure in both eyes, by which will give this boy an opportunity to develop visual function, because he's only 15 years old and has a big problem at school. Let's ask his mother, Slavica, what her path with this cute little boy is. When did you first notice the problem with Nikola's vision? I first noticed it in 2001. Since then, he's been wearing glasses. However, he's been wearing glasses with a wrong diopter value, which isn't suitable for his eyes, and his vision is increasingly impaired. He hasn't been properly treated. We haven't even been told that there is a possibility to prevent that. There's a surgery, and that it is performed here as well, and not only in the world. And there's why we're here, thanks to your help and thanks to God's help, to make him see again, to be on his own, to play, study, hang out with others, and not to be avoided by anybody. Let's hear what Nikola has to say about his expectations from this procedure. If he's afraid, how he feels. Well, I'm fine. Are you afraid? No. Do you expect to take off your glasses? Yes. Do your friends expect to see you without glasses? Yes. Tell me, how have you studied so far? Have there been any problems? Who helped you? My brother helped me. Your brother helped you? He was studying with you? How old is your brother? 16. So we can see that Nikola, with his elder brother's help, pulled through all the school difficulties. We want to start a comprehensive new program of solving these problems in children. This is now a humanitarian action by which we want to help Nikola to get rid of his glasses, not for aesthetical reasons, but for functional reasons, in order to provide adequate correction, because glasses can't solve the problem of high nearsightedness, -12. They absolutely can't solve it, so his vision hasn't been corrected sufficiently in that way, and he's been deprived of the chance of developing visual potentials. At the same time, in this way, we want to start this program and give a chance to a large number of children in our territory, and to struggle together with them against this big problem called amblyopia. World studies, the studies of Professor Autrata and other studies, showed that this problem can be solved indeed by refractive procedures. Thank you. What kind of glasses have you worn so far with diopter? And what's the difference now without glasses? What was it like before? Well, now I can read better, I can ride a bike, I can ride it, and I couldn't even read before. You couldn't study either, your brother helped you, yes. And now can you read? Well, I can. You can read. How do you feel now when you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't have your glasses on? Do you smile? Yes. Is it better like that? Well, it's better without glasses. His diopter value was -12 in the left eye and -8 in the right eye. On the 16th of March this year, it was the last time they told us that the optic nerve in Nicola's left eye was bent, that nowhere in the world that kind of surgery was performed and that people could live with it. I didn't believe it, and that's why I came here. Let's just remind ourselves, Nicola is a very good pupil of the 7th grade. He's achieved very good marks, but he couldn't study by himself. His brother helped him. Yes, his brother, sometimes I did it, and sometimes he studied on his own. When you came here in the Sveti, did you come with hopes? What did you think? Well, I came here to hear what they would tell me. I didn't believe in what I had been told over there, but when I came here, the diopter value wasn't the same diopter value they had determined over there. It was different. As you can see, Nicola has taken off his glasses thanks to this hospital and these doctors. There is a hope indeed. What have you noticed? Have you noticed any changes since the surgery until now? Of course, first of all, I'm happy. My child is happy. He's a totally different child. Sometimes I almost get confused when I take a look at him. I still can't believe that he doesn't wear glasses anymore and that he can see on his own. So, can you say now about those things the doctors told you in March? What's there to be said about it? What to say? Very high diopter values are concerned here, -12 in one eye and -8 in the other, which means that at the same time there's a great difference in dioptry in both eyes. In such a situation, the standard ways of correction, such as glasses that Nicola came here with, are unacceptable because the eye with the higher diopter value has to be undercorrected consciously, meaning that the diopter value is deliberately decreased in order to achieve some kind of balance between the eyes. What does this mean for the eye with the higher diopter value? If there isn't adequate maximum correction, the eye is automatically condemned to low vision. Unfortunately, it's the way of correction that has existed for a long time on our territory, and nowadays the situation is the same. However, world ophthalmology doesn't allow these old attitudes anymore. A decade and a half ago, a solution to this problem appeared, to the problem of low vision in children in those cases in which an appropriate correction is the reason for low vision. So there are situations with congenital amblyopia, with congenital malformations, where there's nothing you can do by surgery or by any other standard way. But in these situations, which comprise uncorrected diopter values, it's impermissible today to cultivate amblyopia, as at the mere beginning it is well known that it would be an eye with lower function. What has been done in Nicola's case? What is the diagnosis and what has been done? As it is so-called anisometropia, the difference in dioptry in both eyes, one eye has remained amblyopic. Since he's 14 now, and vision is intensively formed since the age of 3 until the age of 8, there is a chance of improving it maximally. Works in the world show that in children you can never put a stop to the treatment and say, there's nothing we can do now. So we've taken off Nicola's diopter by laser, and in this way we've achieved fantastic results. He's been given his first real correction, an adequate image, a better one, and of a higher quality than that he had with his glasses. And today, 15 days after the laser correction, Nicola has succeeded to read several lines more in relation to his maximum with glasses 15 days ago. It's a big success because a child with a high diopter value at the age of 14 is concerned. What's your advice to parents with children who have similar problems, high diopter values, and a big difference in diopter in both eyes? My advice is the advice heard at great world congresses, because the main topic today, with a huge number of scientific papers at the greatest world congresses, is exactly the struggle against amblyopia in this way and the use of laser in diopter correction in children. So there is an attitude, the world attitude, the attitude of the world ophthalmology, that you have to start as soon as possible in situations with such a big difference in dioptry. This is so-called ambiogenic myopic isometropia. I say this because of ophthalmologists who are watching this program, and this is the main indication for laser correction of dioptry in children. But in the same way, it should be applied in situations with high dioptry in both eyes, as this is the only way to obtain a high-quality image. Any other correction with contact lenses in a little child is impossible. Glasses distort the image, and that, of course, is the information the brain receives, but it doesn't correspond to the real situation. So the most approximate vision, the highest quality vision, can be achieved by this laser correction. Of course, it doesn't include the need of a further engagement and work with the child in case there is high anisometropia. Parents have to realize that we must go on with further treatments, with closing the better eye to give a chance to the weaker eye to see. If we take off high diopter, such an eye will be able to use its visual potentials. If we put glasses on with an undercorrected, decreased diopter value, we condemn such a child to amblyopia at the very beginning.
Ako skinemo tu visoku dioptriju, to oko će moći da iskoristi svoje vidne potencijale. Ako stavimo naočare sa podkorigovanom, sa smanjenom dioptrijom, mi smo to dete već u startu osudili na slabovitost.